Strap yourself in,
because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
enjoy this presentation of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show.
Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Jimmy Mack coming to you live with another transmission and download of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show. I'm your host tonight, and appreciate everybody being here. Gosh, it's cold for us. I think it's in the 50s, 40s, whatever. Anytime it goes below 70, we get a chill here. We're on the west coast of Florida, USA, of course. So, wow, awesome. But, you know, hey, we call it our 3 days of winter is kind of our joke. So we're glad everybody's here. We're glad, I know we have it warmer than most folks. I'm reading about how a dear friend who's a nurse who put her 20-something-year-old daughter on the plane tonight to fly back to Albany, New York, and they just broke some record for 26 inches of snow, and Albany, New York hasn't had that much snow since like 1990. Hard to believe. Wow. So we have so much to be thankful for. For us, at least here, it looks like sand on the beach is snow to us. So anyway, thanks for being here tonight. You know, we always try and bring it for you. If you're listening on the URL or the link, the call-in number is 206-806-9965. Same call-in number for hosts and co-hosts and everybody who's listening. Feel free to call in. You will get to hear the show live. There's a brief introduction when you first call, but then at around 9 p.m., of course, we'll pick up and take the show from there. So there are no commercials. We go nonstop. We take as many callers as we can. It's all free, of course, for messages and healing. And so we do ask that you think of one question, not 10, of course. Can be relationships, work, job, career, or maybe your health issues, whatever you have going on. We want to help you with it and see what we can stir up, at least as a message or an answer from Spirit. If you're not already subscribed to our newsletter, it's jimmymackhealing.com. And if you just go to the website, you'll see a place where you can subscribe to the weekly e-newsletter. It's all free. It comes out every Wednesday. It's TGI Wednesday. It'll be coming out tomorrow. So you definitely want to pick up on that. There's nothing in there but affirmations and audio and video and, of course, comics and different things. And it has our show schedule in there and the up-and-coming co-hosts and co-guests on the show with me. So keep that all in mind. We appreciate everybody listening here tonight. And we look forward to stirring it up for you, of course. And tonight's co-host and co-guest for us is Psychic Joanne Leo. She's a local talent here in Tampa Bay area and, of course, all over Florida and takes clients all over the world. I love her readings because she does encompass some numerology, some astrology, maybe some angel cards and whatever Spirit brings in for her. So it's always highly accurate and a lot of fun, and you know it's very straightforward. And she refers to it as readings from the heart. So I love that. So very, very cool. All right. So glad y'all are here. Welcome to the show, Joanne. How are you tonight?
I'm fantastic, Jim. Thanks.
Good, honey. I know it's warmer here than it ever could be in Chicago. You go to Chicago a couple times a year.
Yeah, I haven't been there this last year, but that's not a place I want to be right now.
Right.
Although I have all my loves there, I certainly like it much better here, even at 50, which I'm pretty
right. Right. Me too. We're so glad you're on the show tonight, honey. Thanks so much for always pitching in. I know you're generally on the first show of the month, and so we're glad you're here. It's every Tuesday night at 9 p.m., folks. Feel free to dial in. You can also listen to the replay, too. It's the JimmyMackHealingShow.com, and you can hear this replay. Or if you want a copy of the replay, just reach out to us and email us. We'll send you one. Joanne, for private readings, I mentioned the website. Is there a best phone number or email?
Excuse me. Yes, they can always call me or text me at 727-743-3400.
Beautiful. And then what's the best email address for you?
It's Psychic Joanne Leo at gmail.com. Joanne is spelled Joann, and I have an E on there. So,
okay,
perfect. They can always email me. I do work by appointment, so text or call me, and I'll always working to work with their schedule.
Yeah, perfect. I love that. Yeah, an email's great for me too, folks. So if you need to get a hold of me, that's the best way to go, that's for sure. So appreciate you being here, Joanne. We always have fun and mix it up, so we'll take as many callers as we can. I always let my co-hosts and co-guests go first with folks live, and she'll spend a couple, 3 minutes with you folks, and then, really for a message from Spirit or whatever you may have going on. Topic-wise, if you do have a health issue, I'll be glad to help you with that. So we'll take all the folks we can. 801's our first caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm calling from Salt Lake City, Jimmy.
How are you tonight, honey?
I'm okay. How are you? I was going to ask. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say you're colder than us, I'll bet.
I know when you said you were cold, I started laughing, but...
Oh, my gosh. Right? Well, see why we have to mute you. What is your name, honey, and do you have a question for Joanne?
Yes, I do. It's Catherine, and
okay.
I was going to ask something else, but I just wondered if she can pick up anything that's coming up for me in a positive direction.
I'd like to always focus on the positives. Catherine, do you spell your name with a C or a K? Because I'm a numerologist as well.
It's Kathryn.
Okay. And what's your birth date,
It's
Catherine?
5/18/52.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so this should be your year that you've had and that you're going through. I'll look at a little bit of what's going to go on for you, and since we're almost on a new cycle in a few weeks, really. This year should have been your power year as far as you redirecting yourself or putting efforts into how you're really going to get your power back, or where you need to put more power into it. Did you get a raise this year or change jobs or anything?
No, I don't work. I'm retired.
Okay, great. So have you done anything investing-wise?
Just through financial advisor, but I don't have any debt, so...
Well, that's a wonderful thing. Good plan on your part. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like what's coming up for you this next year is kind of like really kind of weighing things out here. It's a very positive, but it also forces you to kind of just clear. It's like going into the attic and what's a keeper and what's going to go and what you're going to think about. People, places, and things. I do feel like there's 2 trips for you coming up in April, May, and June, and also July, August, and September. And I feel like there could be some I don't know if there's a family reunion or some sort of celebration. But I do feel that that's really kind of excellent. There's also something you're going to do with your house next year. I don't know if it's a renovation, painting, or moving, one of the two.
Good. That's exactly. I either want to remodel the home I have to make it work better, or I'd really like to find a different home. So excellent. Thank you.
And what I really want you to think about with this energy that's coming in is, expand yourself, start exploring, so that you can say, oh, I think I want to pack it up and try a new place, or, before you decide to renovate, I want you to explore. It would be the best advice I could give you.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Get a new place. Don't redo that one.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Just telling you now.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no struggle in it. It's not even close. Stand up. I'll show you right now, Catherine. You want to stand up and feel the energy?
Okay.
All right. So if you're standing due north, it's going to pull you forward for yes, push you backwards for no. If you just say, my name is Catherine, you'll feel a pull forward.
Yep, I went forward.
All right. If you say, my name is Nemo the fish, you'll feel the pull back.
It did.
And here's you renovating that house. It's going to pull you backwards to a hell no.
Oh, it did. Thank you.
Isn't that funny? And here's you moving to something new that you're excited about. It'll pull you forward.
Yes, it did. Thank you, Jimmy. I love you. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm not a realtor in Utah, so just saying. But you need to find one.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
And do you feel like I can easily find one? I've been searching for quite a long time.
Well, I think you can make that your little work job career, and I think you'll find something that you like.
Okay.
I really do. I just think I don't feel good about the sledgehammers coming through there and redoing stuff.
Okay.
So I probably wouldn't mess with any of that. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for listening to the show, honey. Thanks for calling in.
You're welcome. Thanks for picking me.
You bet. 201's our next caller. We grab folks as they come in. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hi.
Hi, my name is Isabel, and I'm calling from New Jersey.
Hey, Isabel. How are you tonight, honey?
I'm well, thanks. How are you and Joanne doing?
Well, doing good. Yeah, we're trying not to freeze down here at 50. Did you have a question for her, honey?
Yes, I'd like to ask if Spirit has a message for me today.
Okay. Very good, Isabel. What's your birthday? Let me take a look at your little soul.
May 15, 58.
Okay, let's see. Well, this is really good. I think right now, are you doing something either, it's got to do with finances or something to do with either investing or divesting? Are you planning on doing anything with financially here?
Yes. Well, I'm going through some financial issues at this time.
Okay. I really think that you need to make a pros and a cons list, okay? Because
make a what?
I don't want you to get a pros and a con list. So, like, in other words, let's say you have a decision to make, okay, something to do with either, stocks or real estate or whatever. Just get a piece of paper out, draw a line down the middle, pros on one side, cons on the other. I don't want you to get stuck in your head, okay?
Okay.
And when you can list the pros and the cons, then you can at least feel more comfortable in taking the direction that you need to do here. You're going into next year, and that's all got to do with family, relationships, responsibility, nurturing yourself a little bit. There's a major trip in the summer, and I do feel like a breath of fresh air, October, November, and December of that time next year. But it's all good numbers. I mean, you have really, really good numbers coming up. So I think you should be excited about that. I think just don't procrastinate. That's the biggest thing I can tell you, hon.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you calling in, honey. Did you have any other question?
No, I think I'm okay now.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know you, and so it's interesting that your numbers are good and going to get better, so that's encouraging, I think.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You bet. Oh, we're glad you called in. We're glad you're listening to the show. Thank you. Have a great night, honey, okay? Awesome. 314's our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on live.
Hey, Jimmy, it's Georgia.
Hey, Georgia. How are you tonight?
Good. How are you guys?
Well, we're doing good. Thanks for asking, honey. Did you have a question for Joanne?
Sure. I'd like to know what's going on with love and money.
Love and money, those are two good areas. What's your birthday? What's your birthday?
Oh, 9/4/56, hon.
9/4/1956. We got the 50s girls tonight. Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, here's the good news. The good news is this year has been like a whole brand new beginning because the previous year and a half hasn't been your easiest rodeo. Is that about right?
Oh, heck yeah. A lot longer than a year and a half, but yeah.
I know that, but a year and a half, it was kind of like really a lot of pressure. But now you're going into, this year was like really kind of a breath of fresh air, and I really, really feel like now is where you really need to figure out what's good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. I would love for you to find love in the proper way that will be better served for you. So I think if you kind of retool yourself of lessons learned and then make yourself a wish list or really a non-negotiable list of what you really, really don't want, and then the other part of the list is what you do want so that you're clear when you meet somebody that you're not just taking what's presented to you. Communication is going to be a huge thing for you. And I do feel a relationship coming for you, but I do feel that it might start in the summer, but really comes to fruition October, November, and December. So I feel really good about that. As far as finances goes, I want you to be a little careful in April, May, and June. Don't make any emotional decisions. Make it a rational decision. Okay? Nothing impulsive. Okay? I do feel like it's really really going to be like really a breath of fresh air as you go into 2020. It's really nice. Very good for you.
Cool. Thank you so much.
That's encouraging. Love it.
Very.
Yeah. Anything else come up, Georgia?
No, just been fishing like crazy.
Oh, good. I love that. Love that.
Oh, yeah.
It'll work for you. It'll change things around. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I got to send you an email, Jimmy. Just
please do.
Kind of touch base since we talked.
Yeah. Let me know what's going on. According to Joanne, things will get better. She doesn't know you from a row of turnip tops, so that's a good thing.
Right.
She's seeing it, you know.
Yep.
You start fishing and everything gets better. So definitely email me, honey, and let me know how you're doing. Good. I love it.
I will.
Keep me posted.
I will. Thank you so much.
All right, honey. Have a great night. We're glad you're listening to the show. Thank you. Yep.
Stay warm.
You too. She's referring to My Liquid Fish, folks. That's my modality, my technique, and how I change things. So if you don't know about that yet, check into it. It's myliquidfish.com. We'll still take you to my website. You can read all about it. We send out a ton of stuff for free, so don't hesitate to sign up for our newsletter. 908 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Annabella from New Jersey.
Hi, good evening, Annabella. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? Thank
good.
You for
Thanks.
having the show.
You bet. Did you have a question for Joanne, honey?
I do. My question is, I have an investment with an ex-husband. We actually have a good relationship, and I'd like to know when we will be able to collect in that investment. if you have any information for me.
Yeah, let me have your birthday. Let me take a peek at your soul.
Okay, my birthday's January 18, 69.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to have to look at January, too. So bear with me a minute.
Sure.
Okay, 11. Okay, now this looks really interesting here. It's really the movement is starting now. Is this something that you have to put like a for sale sign on, or do something here where you have to put like a spotlight on it?
I don't know.
This investment thing. Okay. Because I really feel like the best opportunity that is very favorable with your numbers is January, February, and March.
Okay.
And I want you to be careful, or there's probably a trip coming up for you, or that a travel thing. That's going to be in July, August, and September. And
what
also,
did you say is coming up?
July, August, and September. In October, November, and December, you're going to have decisions to make, or contracts, or legal papers. So there's a lot of action going on in 2020 for you with your numbers. Do nothing impulsively, though. That's what I have to say to you. Don't make any impulsive moves. Do the pros and the cons.
Okay.
So I feel like
Makes sense.
2020 is really, really, I think, where this investment thing is going to come to fruition.
Beautiful.
First part of the year. Yeah, the first quarter, January, February, March.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you.
That's good. You're welcome, honey. We're glad you called in. Everything else okay?
Love life. A little on the rocky side. Not really sure which way that's going to go, but that's about it.
It's a little bit. I want you to make sure you don't have rose-colored glasses on, so that you're not settling. Okay. So I don't know if you've heard me speak before on Jimmy's shows, but I'm a big believer in a non-negotiable list. So it's really important to know exactly. In order to say I love you or be in love, you got to have three things: trust, respect, and communication. And with the respect part, you got to keep your self-respect. But don't try to make excuses for somebody that doesn't have it all together either, because you're not to be the fixer. Because you're a smart cookie. Okay.
Wow, that's very good advice. That hits home.
Mm-hmm.
Being that you're strong and that you can overcome most things because you've got it in your name with your numbers, but don't let somebody take advantage of you. You don't want a man baby. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for calling in tonight, honey.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Thanks for listening to the show. Stay warm up there, tri-state area. Wow.
Well, Jimmy, I want to add that a lot of your listeners, that I do relationship with the numbers and their birth dates and their name.
Mm-hmm.
And a relationship reading really, really can kind of highlight all different areas. So I would encourage you to get a reading. Yeah.
Yep. And especially with whoever they're seeing, too. I know you've done that for me before, too, so that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Love it. Yeah. 781's our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, hi, it's Linda from Massachusetts. How are you, Jimmy? Hi, Joanne.
Good, Linda. Thanks for calling in, honey. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much. We've got lots of nice snow up here. Joanne,
I can imagine.
What changes can I make in my work life, in my business?
Okay, let's see, Linda, what you got. What's your birthday, honey?
June 23rd, 1960. I work too much. I'm like the hamster on the wheel. What can I do to make things easier and better? What changes?
Well, you're a fixer, honey. So I mean, you're always kind of retooling everything. So let's see. Bear with me so I can figure out. I'm doing this year, but we're almost at the tail end, and I'm looking at next year for you. So, are you thinking of selling your business or expanding it?
I'm sorry?
Are you looking to sell your business or expanding it?
I am not looking to sell it, and I couldn't hear the other part. Oh, did you say expand?
Expand, yes.
Definitely not selling it, and just having things, expanding, having things easier, be easier. Like I said, I work too much, and financially easier and more lucrative.
It's going to get better. Right now you're in a cycle now and I really want you to kind of like either get a whiteboard so that you can put it in print, because I don't want you to live in your head or try to figure it out, because you're always going to go to the cons instead of the pros, okay? Mm-hmm. So if you're working too much, what are those areas? And then we can segue that way. But what I'm looking at from a soul level is that you're in a very good money cycle, October, November, December. It also carries forward now when I get into 2020, okay, it's all about balance. That just resonates every which way but Sunday in your numbers. But this is going to be more about, of course, responsibility is huge next year, which also means taking the helm, okay? And I do feel that the changes that you're going to make in January, February, and March are going to be very significant. And I really feel like the money's going to flow April, May, and June from the changes that you're going to make at the beginning of the year. You have to look at what is good, what's going to make things better. What do I need to retool? And look at it as a retooling, because when you have a business, we go through the ebbs and the flows, times that are really moving and grooving, and the times that we need to take a breath and sit back a minute and then, make something better. And sometimes it means eliminating some things and embellishing other things. And I feel that that's really where you're going to really shine next year.
Okay, thank you. I know I keep reading that something is going to happen this month or something at the end of the month, and that I will have some kind of a new insight, and that my life, like lots of new beginnings, life will get a lot better.
Well, that's why I want you to get a whiteboard or a notebook or something and get out of your head, because a lot of times you can do ring around the rosy when I get into your energy here, because you are... you've got the sizzle, you've got the organizational skills, and you also have great communication skills. You just have to make sure that you just don't get so in such a circle that you're like a dog chasing your tail. I don't want you to do that. Okay, thank you. Anything else that you see or that I should know? Well, don't forget to breathe. Are you in a relationship now?
You're right. No, I am not. Do you see anyone wonderful coming in?
Yes, I do. I think 2020. But if you've been listening to me, I think when we get to a certain point of our age, it should be lessons learned instead of just taking people at face value. I think that's where communication comes in. I love open-ended questions when you're meeting somebody. How do you feel about that? What's your take on that? More open-ended questions.
Okay. I like that.
So that you're not just jumping in because it feels good and you feel attractive and, you get lost in the moment. Yes, that's a wonderful thing to have, but at a certain point, you have to know what you want and what you don't want.
Okay.
Make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jimmy, thank you also.
Yep. You're welcome. Learn how to say no. My mother used to say no is a one-word sentence. So I think you take on way too much and you're a workaholic, if that makes sense. I don't know you or remember you, but in February just tests really strong for love stuff for you. So maybe at or around February. Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll see. Okay. So accept all invitations to go out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just be sure to accept every invitation.
All right. I will
No
do that.
means
Thank
also is it the N or the O they don't get? The N
I'm sorry,
or the O?
Could you repeat that?
They don't get? Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear that, Joanne, but that's
I said
okay.
no. Is it the N or the O they don't get? Don't be afraid to say no. I agree with Jimmy.
Okay.
There's a lot of ways
especially when it comes to work.
Doing that.
Yeah, with work, you're just taking on way too much, and they're just showing me immediately the Harvard Business Rule, which is, of course, 20% of your clients make up for 80% of the work. Some of them might be more hassle than they're worth. You got to kind of figure that out. And the other 80%, if they're teeny tiny clients and they call you every day and drive you nuts, they got to go. I'd get rid of them. Just saying. Does that make sense?
It does. Do I need to get pictures of my jewelry into my website? Would that be beneficial? Because I haven't.
Absolutely.
That's strong.
Okay.
Yeah. So keep it in mind, honey, okay?
Thank you. Thank you both so much.
Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Bet. Have a great night. Joanne, hard to believe we're already halfway through the show.
I know.
Tell folks how to get a hold of you, honey. The best website, the phone number, and the email, of course.
Well, they can always text or call me at 727-743-3400. They can email me at Psychic Joanne, which is Joanne, Leo, at gmail.com. And also, if they want to read my bio, I'm on psychicjoanneleo.com.
Love it. Thank you, honey. 413 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, this is pretty funny. My name's Linda. I'm calling from Massachusetts.
Okay.
All right.
2 Lindas in Massachusetts. I love it.
I know.
Do you have a question for Joanne, honey?
I do. I'm in a real transitional place. I feel like I just don't know if I'm supposed to continue with the path I've been going or take a left turn. And 12/12/1958.
12/12?
12/12/1958.
Okay. Well, I know that you probably feel very frustrated, and it's only because you've been in this cycle, and let me just figure this out here. So it was December, so it started in September of 2018. You'll be out of it by March of 2020. And what it is it forces you, it sometimes can feel very overwhelming, or things come at you that it just seems heavy duty. But what I like to compare it to is really kind of going up into the attic that you've been storing people, places, and things, for the last 8 years, and it's kind of forcing you to, a lot of times people move, change jobs, relationships need to either be rebuilt, ended, whatever. It's a very kind of up and down cycle, but the end all be all, by the time you get through March, it's going to be like a breath of fresh air, okay?
Okay.
So you just got to, believe that, because you have decisions to make when it comes to spring of next year, April, May, and June. So I really feel like when January, February, and March, it's really kind of like you're going to get the wind in your sails to kind of push you forward. And then you're going to make some decisions. And I really feel by summer of next year, you're going to feel like very successful, very powerful, very, I know what I'm doing kind of thing. Does that
would
sense?
be a breath of fresh air. That would definitely be a breath of fresh air. I did just move in the past 6 months, and that's why I feel like I'm floundering.
I know. I understand that. It happens in this cycle. It's a move. It's, discombobbles. It's like, okay, what's next, or what do I do, or do I keep this? Do I let that go? But it's a heavy-duty cycle. But like I said, by March, it's like, wow, I'm feeling, I've learned a lot. I've, got my wind in my sails, and I'm ready to move forward. And like I said, in April, May, and June, that's where either anything that has to do with contracts or making decisions, I like to tell my clients, let's look at anything that's going on in your life, good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me, so that you stay true to yourself. Does that make sense?
Okay. I guess I don't know what that would entail.
Well, because we're not there yet. So anything that you buy or anything that's legal, whether it's a microwave or a car or investing or whatever, weigh it out.
Okay.
Don't be impulsive. Do not be impulsive during that time, April, May, and June. Good for me, not good for me. Healthy for me, not healthy for me. But I do feel like by summer, the last 6 months of 2020 is going to be dynamite.
Wow. Thank you.
That's encouraging.
When I mention my artwork, do either of you feel anything, because that's the direction I feel like I'm supposed to be heading towards, but I feel a lot of fear around it.
Is that your only source of income, is your artwork?
No.
Okay, good. No, if it's something that gives you joy and you love it and you got passion in it, just put it out in the ether. Jimmy and I believe, it's a blessed. I fish a lot. I use Jimmy's principles with every area of my life I fish. So if you haven't gotten into Jimmy's website, I would highly encourage it.
Okay. I have done some, and I do some of his small, the little, like 3 or 4 minute ones on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Can only help you, honey. Yeah, do that around the artwork too, okay?
Yeah, I would be blessing every piece of artwork. I'd be blessing and putting that out in the universe and fish that little thing up. Yep.
Mhm. And I'd clear things like it's safe and comfortable to sell my art. A lot of folks have that problem too. They don't want to let it go. It's like they painted their children, So you got to clear yourself, work on that, download some more creativity from Spirit, and release the paintings out into the world so that others can enjoy them and that you can accept even money for art. A lot of people have a block on that. So it's endless. Right. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you very much. You have a
Thanks for calling in. You as
You're
well.
welcome.
Stay warm, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
404 is our next caller. Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from? 404, you're on live. We can hear you. All right. We'll jump to the next one here in a second. 404, if they don't pick up. They're unmuted, but they're not coming through, Joanne. So be a second here. We'll see who the next person is. And the next winner is 561. Hi, you're on live.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
Hi, it's Jolie from Palm Beach.
Hey, Jolie from Palm Beach. How are you tonight, honey?
Doing great. How are you? How's Joanne?
Oh, good. Good. Everybody's doing pretty good.
Is it cold enough for you?
Alive and kicking.
Yep, we're cold. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's cold. So, I did have a question for Joanne. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right?
What's your question, honey?
Okay. Well, first of all, my birth date is 4/12/58, and I wanted to know. I'm doing a lot of spiritual work, healing, activations, things like this, but I'm really not making a lot of money. So my question is, do we see that changing in the future, or is there any kind of advice about that, please?
Okay, hold on a second. Because I'm looking at next year too, so... how are you marketing yourself? Because I feel like I know that you have talent, and I know that you have the passion. But that's not enough. And Jimmy, I think, would agree with me that if you don't market or you don't promote yourself, it's really tough to get the client.
Well, you know what? I work in a crystal shop where people come in sometimes, and a lot of times, they may want to do some readings and things, but it used to be a lot more than it is now. It seemed to have tapered off so much that it's almost non-existent.
Well, is the crystal shop doing any marketing? Or are you putting on any classes, or how are you promoting your... You're not promoting your talents here. That's what I'm feeling here. Or you're going to have to expand beyond the crystal shop to do your work.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm seeing here, because I feel like you have all the energy or the get up and go to do it. It's just that you don't have anybody coming around through the door enough. And,
that's true.
I think you need to look at some events maybe going on. There is, I don't know how far you are from Melbourne, but there's a expo that goes on in Melbourne in January. But you have to really start looking beyond just the crystal shop.
Actually, I want to move to Melbourne now that you mention it.
I might be psychic. What do you think?
You might be psychic.
Out of every city in Florida, she names that one. So there you go.
Nice work.
Yeah.
I love it.
Might be yeah. Okie dokie. I do feel that you have to get unstuck here. It's like I feel like you need a change. Okay, and doing the same old. And not getting the results is when you really need to take a breath, step out of the circle. What else is possible? I am a big believer in what else is possible. There's no limits unless you limit.
Right. Okay.
Makes sense, honey.
I definitely.
Yeah.
I'd be a great excuse to go explore Melbourne. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's nice up there.
It's the Mystic Fair in Melbourne, and it's a big one in January, and I would highly encourage it. But you got to get accepted, so you better start seeing if you can get on the docket, because it fills up fast.
Awesome.
Okay.
Makes sense, honey.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, you both.
You bet.
You're welcome.
Thanks for calling in. Thanks for listening to the show. We appreciate you. Love it. 516 is our next caller. Kavita, how are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm good. I'm calling from New York.
New York.
Oh,
all right. It's cold there too, huh?
Freezing.
Freezing. I love it.
You got your boots on? Oh, God. Yeah. How do you spell your name, hon?
It's Kavita.
I'm sorry, K-A...
V as in Victor, I-T-A.
Uh-huh. Okay, and what's your birthday?
4/11.
What year?
61.
Okay.
She's looking up this year and next, Kavita, so that's the pause. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bear with me.
Okay.
We're so close to the new year, so.
Are you thinking of moving next year?
I wasn't planning to.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to move next year.
Really? Oh, okay.
And I really feel like it's more towards spring that I feel like either you're going to go explore someplace or you're looking at different places or you're weighing it out and that kind of thing. But then I feel like by summer you're really going to know what direction.
Okay.
What
in
direction?
Terms of moving?
Are you still working, Kavita?
Yeah.
Are you still working? Okay.
Yes, I am.
I do feel that you'll make this move, and then you're gonna either change jobs or get transferred or do something, and it feels really like it could be exciting. You know, you just got to get unstuck. I think you get. You're very smart and you're very strong, but you know, a lot of times emotionally, you get stuck and you hold it inside, and that's not good.
Okay.
So make a wish list. I love wish lists because, therefore, like, in other words, if you're going to move, where would you wish to move to? And then that's how you start your exploration.
Okay. I wasn't planning to move. That's something new.
Okay. Well, there's a change. Either moving or redoing where you live currently.
Okay.
Renovating, redecorating, doing something different within your home. But I do feel like emotionally you're going to go through the 2020 of really, you know, people, places, and things, what stays, what goes, what do you need to retool here. So it could be highly emotional, too.
Okay. Do you see travel?
But I feel you make the right. Yeah, there's a trip. You've got 6 months of travel. You know, if you're going to take trips, April, May, and June looks really good, and July, August, and September.
Okay.
Awesome.
And there's some sort of intensity. January, February, and March, there's some emotional or something that is going to have intense energy that you've got to just, you know, weigh out. Good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. So I don't know if it's a relationship, a friendship, or whatever, but that's something you're going to have to deal with in those 3 months.
Okay.
Awesome. We appreciate you calling in, honey. That's some good information to take with you. Yeah, thanks for being on the call tonight.
Thank you.
914. We'll grab one more. 914. Hi, you're live.
Yes, hello.
Hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, of course, it's Maria. Hi, Jimmy. How are you?
Hi, good, Maria. Where are you calling from, honey?
Calling from Massachusetts.
Okay.
Massachusetts.
Got a lot of Massachusetts folks tonight.
I know.
Love it.
So funny. the 781 gal is like, it's like, 20 minutes from where I live too, that area. So, so what does Joanne see, like, in terms of vocation for me for next year?
What's your birthday?
Oh, October 1st.
What year?
Oh, 70. 10/1/70.
Okay. Okay. Well, are you planning on moving next year?
I was not planning on that, no.
Well, there's a lot of changes coming up, so it's kind of like
a lot of what?
Spur of the moment, or kind of like travel. Are you? There's definitely a couple trips that I see here. What about a relationship?
I have a steady relationship.
Okay. There's definitely 2 trips at least, and there's also some family stuff going on. Are you responsible for a family member?
Yes, 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like I got a lot of responsibility when it comes to family. So I think, the best thing you can do is take a couple little breaks from all that responsibility. I'm feeling it's kind of heavy at times. Is that correct?
Of the what responsibility?
Family responsibility.
Yes, it is sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, so you need a couple breaks here, and I feel like there's 2 breaks. I don't know if it's a long weekend or a week's vacation or whatever, but you really need to recharge yourself from this, because I feel like it's really emotional and it's a lot of responsibility.
Yes, I would agree with that. Okay, so when I was originally asking about was, I don't know if it sounded like I said vacation. I was asking about vocation, but you can only get what comes up, I guess, right? Vocation,
right.
like
well,
what?
Yeah. Well, at this particular point, you can't move out of state. You're kind of stuck. But I really feel like there's a part of your soul that wants to move somewhere else.
Yeah,
so I feel like it's south, but it's also west. So,
yeah, Southern California.
Pardon me?
Southern California is like where I always would have wanted to live for years.
I don't feel California for you. It might be Nevada, it could be Arizona, but I don't feel California. I don't know about what Jimmy gets, but I don't get California.
Oh, okay.
What do you get, Jim?
Yeah, I get Nevada too. Nevada, you might stop there in Nevada somewhere. So you never know.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or just show me a big cactus in the desert. It's funny. So you never know. Hey, at least go out there on a trip. I don't know that you're ever going to move from where you're at, to be honest with you, ever. But these are all fantasies we have, and you may as well at least go out there on a trip or something. Drag everybody with you. Make sense?
Yes, or drag the lower maintenance person with me.
Yes, low maintenance. You had me at low maintenance. I love it.
All right, thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Timmy.
Thank you, and thanks for calling in, honey. Thanks for listening to the show.
Okay.
Love it.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Have a great night. Bye. Gosh, everybody, stay warm. Joanne, as my father would say, we're going to wind this thing down. So tell folks how to get a private session with you, okay? Hey, he said that to me at my wedding reception. There were hundreds of people dancing in a bar, and everybody was just carrying on. And he says, Jimmy, FSU is playing Miami in football. We got to wind this thing down. Isn't that great? That's good stuff.
Yeah.
He's got to be circling me tonight and laughing. So I said, well, Dad, it's my wedding reception. You can go watch the football game, okay?
Yeah.
So, but this is going to go on until it ends.
Yeah, and we're going to keep dancing, right?
Right. We're not going to care who wins.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, thanks for being on the show, honey. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, okay?
They can always call or text me at 727-743-3400. My email is psychicjoanneleo@gmail.com, and Joanne is Joanne, one word. Or my website, which is psychicjoanneleo.com. I do relationship, I do soul readings, the name on your birth certificate and your birth date is how you're registered in heaven. It's loaded with your blueprint. People are blown away all the time, and it can help you really, really get great predictions. And I do that, and I'm also a spiritual life coach. So there you have it.
Love it. Thanks so much, honey. We appreciate you being on the show. You always bring it. Stay warm wherever you're at, too. Stay warm.
Thanks for
having
me again, Jimmy.
Always a pleasure. We always have fun. Thank you. Folks, that's our show for tonight. We appreciate everybody calling in and listening. Join us here each week. It's 9 p.m. Eastern. It's always free. Readings, healings, whatever we can do for you, we will. You can listen to the replay at JimmyMackHealingShow.com, and you can find us at of course, JimmyMackHealing.com. So I want to wish everybody the rest of your life will be the best of your life, and remember to make progress every day. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments, then head over to Goldilocks Productions' YouTube channel.
With over 950 archive shows, the fun doesn't have to end.